Okay, so today we're going to talk about how I was able to get 100 views in 10 hours on YouTube as a small YouTuber. So, in layman's terms, what it is I did is that I went into my channel content library, so to speak. I looked at my videos and I looked at which videos were most popular, meaning which one had the most amount of views. And I have two popular videos at the moment. One is how to apply online to work for general elections in Trinidad and Tobago, and I have how to upload your YouTube videos from an iPhone or iPad. And the one about elections is obviously one that is quite on trend right now. It's something that will only be relevant now and relevant again about 5 or more years from now in the future, right? So in terms of me looking at capitalizing or doubling down, so to speak, on the videos that are working well on your channel, I had to keep in mind that this video was almost running its course and out of time because the elections had already passed. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, all the people who watched this video, which would have been a how-to tutorial type helpful style video, what else can I make in this genre, so to speak? What can I do that would complement this video? And that's really what I did. I thought to myself, just like how I came up with the concept to do this video that was on trend and pertinent for the time and still being able to make it make sense on my channel, I was thinking all the people who would have watched this video, what else would they be interested in knowing about working for general elections? And that's how I came up with the idea that I should just tell them my experience of working elections day and what that is really like, because not a lot of people would know that, and those who would have been interested in working, even if they weren't able to work this year, maybe in the future they would want to work and they would want to know, okay, what they really getting themselves into. Let's break this down in YouTube terminology now, what it is really happened on my channel and how I was able to use the algorithm, so to speak, in my favor. So what it is that I would have done is that I would have gone into my YouTube analytics and I would have seen that this video has the most amount of views, right? And I really and truly decided to do what they would say a recreation of what is working on your channel or a similar video within the same topic. So when I created that video, I made sure and I made the thumbnail the same color, the same font, so that it looked similar to what somebody would have watched the previous video on. I also made sure to title the video using similar keywords, so I would put back in general elections 2020 Trinidad and Tobago, right? And what I did is that I copied the metadata of my previous video, meaning the description and the tags, and then I just tweaked it a little bit to make sure that it now fits in line with recounting my experience working for elections and not necessarily how to apply to work for elections. So some of the keywords and the keyword phrases would have been similar for both videos, making them work well together in the YouTube algorithm. So what I believe happened is, when you look at my YouTube analytics for the first 10 hours that this video was live on the platform, there was a 96% of traffic coming from browse features. Now, browse features is actually the traffic coming from YouTube suggesting your video on the home screen of persons, right? Also people from your subscription feed and watch later, but the main portion of that is YouTube displaying your video on the home screen of others. So what I am assuming that happened is that out of the approximately 250 views that I would have gotten on my video on how to apply to work for elections, YouTube would have then seen the similarities in the video, put that my experience of working for elections video in front of all those people, those 200 plus people who would have watched my first video on their home screens, and I got, let's say, a little under half of them to watch my video, because 100 people watched that video from being shown it. And I think that shows how YouTube, the program, the algorithm, the platform, however you want to describe it, is clearly very powerful and still powerful for small YouTubers. I would have never thought that I'd be sleeping and then I wake up and I see 100 views, and that like blew my mind. I was like so excited, and I was like, okay, this thing could work. Even if you've seen it on a small scale, it is showing you that this is something that could happen to you, this type of virality. I only have about 36 or 35 subscribers as I'm making this video, and I was able to get 100 views on a video from browse features. That's like unheard of. Most of my other videos are either being picked up in search, and most of the traffic being driven to my videos are search, or those that I would have linked to my other social media platforms for my friends and family to watch, kind of to get it a boost in the beginning as it is first uploaded. That's like the main sources of my videos. So just know that you could look into your own content library. Any video that is doing better than the average, and it shows you your average views. My average views is somewhere between 2 to 10 views within the first day. That's like my average. So getting 100 views on the first day is like 95% more than usual. So just know that the YouTube platform is powerful, and you could leverage it even on the small channel that you have. It is very possible. Now, coming up with ideas for videos is, there are different ways that people do it. Some people use browser extensions to help them with their keyword research. Some people just start typing in the phrases within the YouTube search bar itself. Some people use Google Trends. Some people use keywords, Google AdWords. There are a lot of different ways. However, we need to remember that YouTube is a platform being searched by people like you and me. So a lot of people are chasing the program, chasing the platform, chasing the algorithm. But what is that program or that algorithm doing? It's chasing the people, right? So you need to think to yourself, I am already a person. I should be able to figure out what people might be thinking about, what people might need help with. How I came up with how to apply to work for elections online is last year, when I was trying to apply to work for elections. It's only through a friend I heard about this opportunity and how to go about it. And when I was talking to a regular person, a taxi driver, and he was asking me all these questions, and I was telling him this information, and he's like, people don't talk about these things, they don't give you this information. So I already knew that with my own experience, it was a very good opportunity for me, because I needed to make extra money, right? We all need to make extra money, but people are for some reason hoarding this information, even though it should be public knowledge, like vastly readily available. So you yourself might know the pain points that other people have simply by it being your own pain point, or simply by having conversations with people in real life, or having experiences with people, and knowing that, hey, this is something that somebody wanted to know about or wanted help with, and you were able to give them that information and help them, and so you could make a video about it. That's how I came up with that idea, and look how great it did for my channel. And then I thought again, okay, what else would people want to know again on this topic? Now we now know the big question that a lot of people want answered, which is, how much money did you make working for elections, right? That's a whole other kettle of fish. I'm not sure if I'll be able to disclose that information. I have to look into that a little bit deeper, but if I am okay legally to do that, then I will make a video on it. But other than that, I'm not stepping on nobody's toes here, right? So a lot of people just be iffy when it comes to talking about money, even though it shouldn't be, but that's just how it is. People don't want to know how much people working for, and that's how much money you make working elections, where you think, and people don't want their business out there. So, and that's understandable. So if you see a video on it, okay. If you don't be upset, don't hold your breath or cross your fingers, right? So I hope this video inspired you to continue working on your YouTube channel, and know that there is a possibility to have one of your videos be suggested by YouTube, or even gradually grow with views in terms of YouTube search. And if there's any other topics you'd like me to cover on my channel, just let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in the next video.